What it do, man? It's your boy, LP, aka LPZ. And I'm posted up, making it do what it do, as always. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say thank you all so very much for tuning in tonight. We got a very special show that I know without a shadow of a doubt you are going to enjoy. So thank you so very much for tuning in with us. So what I need everybody to do, I need everybody to spam the comment section. I need everybody to share the post. I need everybody to tag somebody in. I need everybody that's commenting tonight. I need you to be sharing this video, please. Thank you so very much. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Please share this video. For those of you watching on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy's channel. You know what I'm saying? But I need a couple of more people to share this video, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. You know what I'm saying? You know? So like I said, I need everybody to share this video. Share this video. Please, please, please share this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Share this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for sharing this video. Yep. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I need a couple of more people to share this video, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. A couple of more people. So, here we go. We're gonna jump right into it. So, I was asking the question, I'm looking at all of the voices, the primary voices that we've seen over the years in terms of relationships. And you remember when we really started getting into this whole, observing certain dynamics of relationships, we were getting information from brother Steve Harvey. All right. Steve Harvey actually put out a New York Times bestseller, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. I think that was the name of the book. And then he eventually put out his movie, to go along. I don't know if the movie was first, then the book came out, one or the other. But anyway, so we got the movie, we got the book from Steve Harvey, and everybody was utilizing the information that he was sharing. People was, it was very controversial. A lot of people was arguing, whether or not people should listen to Steve Harvey, is Steve Harvey information not good? You know what I'm saying? Everybody was saying his relationship advice should not be taken because he had failed relationships. You had, just a lot of people just really jumping on board. A lot of the sisters was taking it, taking the advice, the information that he was talking about in terms of, that they should wait. Ladies should make the men wait 3 months before engaging sexually with them. And you know what I'm saying? And they had a lot of people that was upset about that. You had a lot, but saying all that to say, Steve Harvey became a prominent voice in terms of relationships during this time. And then we got the brother Derrick Jaxn, who he was able to get millions of followers on social media. You know, he just sitting in the car with his phone, you know, giving relationship advice. You know what I'm saying? People was taking his relationship advice. People was you know, taking what he was saying and was rolling with it. You know what I'm saying? And now you have Kevin Samuels. All right. So right now, Kevin Samuels is of an extremely a very visible person on all social media platforms, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. This brother is he's all over. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, when I say everybody, everybody is listening to his stuff, you know, paying attention to his stuff, resharing his stuff, teaching his stuff. I mean, you know, I'm saying, I mean, like, fam is like a rock star right now, and everybody, you know, you got people that are upset about the things that he's teaching. You got a lot of men, they are extremely great. They saying that what he's talking about and what he's sharing is a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that's upset, that's angry about the stuff that he's teaching. You got a lot of women that are angry about the stuff that he's teaching. And you know, he don't pull no punches. He will go in on the women for a good period of time, and then he'll go in on the men for a good period of time, and then men get upset with him, and then the women get upset with him, and then the men, like, they love what he's saying, and then the women get upset, and then the women love what he's saying, and then the men get upset, and then it's mixed reviews. But saying all that to say, the information that he is sharing on a daily basis with the content that he's putting out, he has become a prominent voice in terms of relationships. All right. So let's go back to the Steve Harvey situation. All right. So with Steve Harvey, you know, he does the Strawberry Letter on his show, and he's giving advice, you know what I'm saying, in terms of how things should be handled in relationships. And people are listening to his show on a daily basis, tuning in, and they are they're going and they're listening to him, and they're learning from him. You know, and he's a prominent voice. Again, New York Times bestseller book, you know, blockbuster film, you know, so it's very obvious that he has become a voice. Derrick Jaxn, just recently, everybody got upset because it was discovered that he had committed infidelity. He had been committing infidelity on his wife. And so a lot of people, like, really, you know, because a lot of people was really hanging on to every word that he had to say. People was listening to him. People was learning from him. People saw him as a credible source in terms of relationships. Women felt like, oh my God, this is a great man. You know, men need to be more like him. You know, women were sharing his stuff on their social media pages and shoving the video into the man that they with into his face, saying, you need to listen to this dude. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this dude became a rock star in terms of relationships. He became a prominent voice in terms of relationships. However, he got caught up with the situation with infidelity. And at that point, everybody was upset. Everybody was angry. You know what I'm saying? He released a book, and everybody went and bought his book. So that classifies him as a prominent voice in terms of relationships. Now, you can say what you want to say. You can think what you want to think. You could do whatever it is you want to do with it. But these people are prominent voices in terms of relationships. Now, like I said, Kevin Samuels, that brother, right now, he is a rock star. Like everybody and their mama is listening to him. Everybody's watching him on a day-to-day basis, whether they're on TikToks, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. People is listening to him and seeing him every single day, and they're taking the information that he is sharing and they are applying the information. They're resharing the information. They're reteaching the information. They are abiding by the information. And then one of the things that I felt was interesting. The women that hate him the most, they watch him the most. And I'm trying to figure out what's the psychology behind it. And I came up with my own personal theory, which I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. Okay. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. So you got, it's sometimes, people are pain freaks. You know what I'm saying? People like to be in pain for some reason. They say that the things that he says is too harsh and that he's too, critical of women, and he bashes women, but then women keep going back to his page and they keep watching his videos and they keep. So I'm saying, I'm asking the question. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Are you a pain freak? Like you like? You know what I'm saying? you saying that what he's saying is hurtful and is painful. Why do you keep going back? Why you keep going back for more? Why do you keep going on his show and following along if you have such a problem with what the brother is saying? And so, again, it's kind of like, you got some people who, when they are in relationships, this is a reality. All right. So don't get mad at me. This is just something that I have observed by paying attention to people, by listening to people. People talk to me about their relationships all the time, and what they got going on in their relationship all the time. And one thing I realized is that you have people in abusive relationships, and this is not all people. Some people, they equate the abuse to love. I've actually heard a woman say, if he don't beat me, he don't love me. Right. And the reason why you got a lot of people that are in situations like that and they are okay with situations like that is because you got a lot of people who live a life of stress. And when you live a life of stress, stress is when the brain and the body is thrown out of balance. All right. And when you live a life of stress, when that stress hormone kicks in, cortisol, it's a chemical that is released into the body in which it causes the blood to leave your internal organs to go to your hands and your feet. That's the fight or flight. You know what I'm saying? And so when you got an individual, the body is designed to get into that mode for short periods of time. Right. So you're supposed to go into that mode. The blood leaves and goes to the hands, the feet, cause the hands to sweat, cause the bottom of the feet to sweat, to cause you to be ready to fight or flight. You know what I'm saying? But whenever you are in stressful situations on a consistent basis, the chemical being released into the body, cortisol, it becomes an addictive chemical. So people become addicted to the chemical functioning in their bodies. And so if they're in a situation where there's peace, if they're in a peaceful relationship where nobody's verbally abusing them, nobody's putting their hands on them, they don't have to go and chase behind them, they don't have to check their phone and look for stuff. And, if they don't have to they'll say that person is boring. They'll say, I'm not too much feeling that person. I don't want to be with that person. He lame, she boring, this is that and the other. It's because that person is not provoking those chemicals to flow through your body whenever you with them. So with Kevin Samuels, when Kevin Samuels say the triggering things that he say, it causes that stress hormone to kick in your body. And when that stress hormone kicks in your body, that adrenaline that takes place, all of these chemicals in the body, it becomes addictive. So you need the bad situation. You need the negative relationship. You need to go and check social media, and you need to look for bad news, and you need to look for somebody that's posting something that triggers you, and you need to respond to everything somebody says that you disagree with. You gotta go back and forth with them. And so that's the same thing with Kevin Samuels coming on the scene. You need Kevin Samuels to say some toxic or negative things. You need him to say something to trigger you and to get you angry and to get you mad. And you're going to go back every day and you're going to watch his videos every day. And you're going to go back and forth with people about him every day. And that's because you have become addicted to these negative chemicals flowing in your body. So that's the reason why people keep going back and keep going back and keep going back and keep going back and keep going back for more. If you felt that the brother was negative for our people, why do you keep going back to his videos? Why do you keep sharing his videos? Why do you keep going back and talking about him? Why do you keep going back and forth? Why do you keep trying to go on his show so that he can pick you and he can bang your head out? I mean, that brother he be butchering them chicks, man. You know what I'm saying? He be butchering them dudes too, man. Like, like, you know, the question that he asked the one guy, like he asked him, I don't want to repeat that, but he asked the guy a very personal question, and you know, you know what I'm saying? So but anyway, man. Oh man. Whew. So, you know, with him telling females, you know what I'm saying, that they built like football players, and you know what I'm saying, calling them Big Bertha, and you know, talking about their weight and all this other stuff, and you know, and beating up on them about it, and you know, beating up on them the fact that, you know, they may be single for the rest of their life, and you know what I'm saying, all this other stuff, and you know, that those triggering statements causes those chemicals that you are addicted to in your body. You need them chemicals flowing. That's the reason why you keep going back. Okay, I got pulled off of my point, but go back to my point. These people, Kevin Samuels, Derrick Jaxn, Steve Harvey, they are the prominent voices for black relationships right now. They are the prominent voices. And so my question, why are they the prominent voices? Why? You want to know why they the prominent voices? Because you allowed them to be. You allowed them to be the prominent voices. You did. You did. And maybe because it's a lot of people feel like, hey, this is our only choices, right? So for the most part, that's the reality. Those are the only choices. And you may say, no, that's not the only choices I got, because I listen to such and such, and I listen to such and such, and I listen to such and such. And you listen to these people, but they're not the prominent voices. They're not the people that you listen to are not the prominent voices. Well, LP, I just listen to my pastor, and my pastor teach us good relationship information. Where your pastor at? He on a mainstream platform? How much content do your pastor got outside of what he got on in the pulpit? Do he got an active social media page? Is he on social media? Is he on TikTok? Is he on Instagram? Is he on Facebook? Is he talking to us about relationships and giving us vital relationship information? And if he is, are you sharing his stuff? If he is, are you going on social media and quoting what he said and what she talk about, what he talks about? Are you sharing it? Are you resharing it? Are you reteaching it? Because see, ever since I got onto social media, you know what I'm saying? When my pastor teach something, I've practically retaught his sermons every time I got on social media. Absolutely. So the information that you have gotten from a vital source in terms of relationships, are you reteaching it on social media? Are you getting on Facebook Live and reteaching the information that you've gotten? No. But you're going to get on there and you're going to talk about Kevin Samuels. You're going to continue to make him a trending topic. Want to know why? Because you like toxic information. Whether you believe it's toxic or not, whether we agree that it's toxic or whether you think it's good, but if people saying it's toxic, you keep sharing it because you like toxic information. Everybody on your on your Facebook profile, on your timeline, they know your anger that you have toward something that Kevin Samuels said. But nobody on your timeline appreciate the information that you got from a vital source that you esteem highly. If there's somebody on, a book that you've read about relationships that really has helped you, have you shared that book with other people? Have you taught segments on your page from the book? But you did a whole live on how you got mad at something Kevin Samuels said. It's quiet in here. So, why won't, if you feel that what Kevin Samuels is saying is so wrong, or if you feel that it's so toxic, if you feel that he's bashing women, if you feel that he makes black men look bad, if you feel that he makes black women look bad, my question to you is this: what are you going to do about it? Do we get to see your content? Have you taken the initiative? Because you said it's wrong. So if you said it's wrong, it's obvious you know what's right. So if you know what's right, how much time, energy, and effort are you spending on teaching right information about relationships? You harshly disagree with what the brother talk about. You harshly disagree with the information that's going forth. But guess what? Whether you got a problem with Harvey, whether you got a problem with Derrick Jaxn, whether you got a problem with Kevin Samuels, guess what? Steve Harvey got documentation that he got out. Steve Harvey have written a book and put it out. Steve Harvey has a show and he's talking on it. You got a problem with Derrick Jaxn. Derrick Jaxn got millions of followers on his social media and he's sharing information. Derrick Jaxn has books that he has written and he's sharing the information. Kevin Samuels have millions of followers. He get millions of views. He getting paid big time from all streaming platforms for the content that he's putting out. But what about you? You said you got the right information. You said they wrong. You said you got it right. So how much content have you put out? Have you written any books? How many videos have you published talking about the correct information? You want to know why you ain't got nothing written? You want to know why you ain't got no content out there? Because you spend all your time on social media back and forth with folks talking about how wrong it is. You want to know why you spending your time with that? Because you addicted to that adrenaline that you get going back and forth with folks. You addicted to that stress hormone, that cortisol that flow through your body. And you want to know something? Whenever that stress hormone kicks in and that blood leaves your internal organs and goes to your hands and your feet, you want to know what happens after a long period of time of you functioning like that? That's when sickness and disease creeps into your body. Yeah. And I'm about to get all up in your house on this one. Fellas, it's a lot of you get so angry when you see Kevin Samuels and he talking about this, and you get so angry when you see Derrick Jaxn and what he talking about, and you get so angry. Guess what? All of that blood that's going from your internal organs going to your hands and your feet, that's causing blood to not go somewhere else, bro. That's causing erectile dysfunction in your body. Ooh. Ladies, you get so angry, you get so vexed, you get so upset. You get so upset whenever you see Kevin Samuels talk about the stuff that he talk about. You get frustrated when you see him. You so mad and you going back and forth with folks. And that stress hormone kicks in. And that cortisol is in your body. And blood leaves your internal organs and go to your hands and your feet. And you got the fight or flight going on. And guess what? Blood ain't going to other places. And so when it's time for you to lay up with your husband, you don't want to. You want to know why? Because you experiencing sexual dysfunction. You ain't even getting lubricated down there no more. Now you trying to figure out why you don't want your husband. Trying to figure out why you don't want sex. Because you addicted to social media and drama. So when Kevin Samuels get to saying certain things and that drama come and you listen to it and you read the comments and you go back and forth with folks and this is that and the other, you impacting your body. It's quiet in here. So again, man, if you are so frustrated with these voices, LP, I mean, LP, you doing that? What you doing? What LP? What you doing? Hey, I don't mean to toot my own horn, toot. But I've been creating relationship content over the past 12 years on social media. I've written a whole book on relationships. Shameless plug. I've written a whole book on relationships, and it's coming real soon. It's a part of the My Thoughts, Ideas, and Suggestions series. My thoughts, ideas, and suggestions for relationships. Oh, yeah. It is going to be a banger. For those of you that ain't got it, you need to go and get my book, My Thoughts, Ideas, and Suggestions for the Bible, the Church, and Religion. Part 1, the Bible, is on Amazon right now. Just go on Amazon and search LP Like Paul, and it'll come up. But real talk, I want y'all to just observe some of the things that I'm talking about. I want to read this comment. Why should we have to seek celebrities or social media celebrities for good relationships advice? If we are, that's the problem right there. We should be seeing good relationship examples in our families, communities, and churches first. I'm sorry. I meant to give you the... I agree with that. However, people spend more time on social media than they do with people in their community. They spend more time on social media than they do with people in their family. They spend more time on social media than they do with their church family. So it's the people that's on social media that's talking the loudest is going to get all of the attention. So if Steve Harvey, Derrick Jaxn, Kevin Samuels are speaking loud, why aren't you speaking louder? I challenge you. Because I challenge people all the time on this regard. I went to a youth pastor, and I was because you got to realize something. There's an unfortunate reality that's going on. We are not successfully getting our children from teen church into adult church. It's a lot of our children, they're leaving church while they are teens, or they stick with it through teens, and then when they graduate, they never come back. This is across the board. This is at all churches. I'm talking about, in predominantly black churches. This is a reality. And the reason why is because we swing for the fences on Sunday because we got them one day a week. We swing for the fences. And whenever we are in church and we have the attention of our youth and we're ministering to them and we teaching them, for the ones that's giving good word, that's giving good information, we engaging them and we teaching that word and we giving them information and we giving, you know what I'm saying? We doing our thing. But then whenever they leave church, they go on social media. And when they go on social media, there's those people that's on social media that's talking loud. And they talking loud Sunday after church. They talking loud on Monday. They talking loud on Tuesday. They talking loud on Wednesday. They talking loud on Thursday. They talking loud on Friday. They talking loud on Saturday. And then your kid go to church Sunday morning. So they hear a good word. And then Sunday after church, they talking loud on social media to your kid. Monday, they talking loud to social media to your kid. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They was talking loud to your children all through the week. And then Sunday, they get a good word. Now imagine for the kids that's going to churches in which they're not, it's a church that's not relating to the children. They have no one that can relate to the children. So imagine how easy it is for them to get distracted by the people on social media. So back to what I was saying, I challenged the youth pastor. I said, hey man, I realize, man, that you really don't invest a lot of time, on social media. I said, man, you really need to get more active on social media, because the children that you're working with, they need to hear from you all week if possible, because they hearing from these other folks all week. So the same thing in terms of That's what's going on with the youth. Same things in terms with the adults. The adults go to church on Sunday. They get a good word. They hear good information. And then they leave church and they get on social media. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Derrick Jaxn, Steve Harvey, and Kevin Samuels is talking to you about relationships. Your pastor may have gave you a phenomenal word on relationships on Sunday. But guess what? If your pastor ain't doing social media, I'm talking about doing like produced videos, Facebook Lives, interaction. You see what I'm saying? Like where he's engaging with people and talking, you know what I'm saying, about relationships and things of that nature. You know, Kevin Samuels on every day. So I believe that your minister leader, your pastor, I believe that this is my personal opinion. I could be, listen, just my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion. The people who you love and watch and listen to all the time, they need to be on there every day. Every day. Listen. I might be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. I do not think that I am wrong. I might be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. LP, you wrong. You wrong, LP. You wrong. You wrong. You're wrong. You are wrong. If you say so, I don't think I'm wrong. Okay. Let's see. LP, we know you're a good model for black love and marriage and on what the Lord says in his word, period. Amen. Amen. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Yo, what about those of us who have stuck it out with children's church from back in the day? Beyond Sunday school, I didn't grow up with the children's church. I'm still engaged with my church and community. Parents need to do more and be more diligent at guarding the ear and eye gates of their kids. It's possible to deactivate a lot of these unhealthy sites on our children's devices. I agree with that 100%. And, you know, congratulations to you, you know what I'm saying, for being able to make that transition. You know what I'm saying? For staying connected from, you know, being a young person in church and making that transition into adult church. Hats off to you. Very slim to none. It's very, unfortunately, it's very slim that happens. You know what I'm saying? Very slim, very slim, very slim. So, that's just the reality of it. That's just the reality. But, you know, hats off to you for doing so. I have a special guest that's coming in, and I would like to go ahead and bring them in. Y'all give it up for Miss Nikki. What's going on? I can't hear you. You're on mute.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to listen in. I couldn't hear any of the show, so I just tuned in.
Oh, you was just trying to listen.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you wanted to come in and speak.
No.
Oh, my bad. My
No
bad.
worries.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so very much. And I know you in there working that hair and getting them folks blessed and all that other good stuff. And we appreciate your service. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You be blessed.
Okay.
So, okay, we got another comment say, I agree. Social media presence is good. However, just like folks can pick junk food, the healthy foods, fruits, veggies are options when you want it. So the same for internet content. There is lots of good social media and internet content available if that's what we are looking for, period. It's all about what you have an appetite for. And I agree with that 100%. However, people want drama. People want drama. Have you paid attention to the ratings on Love and Hip Hop and, you know what I'm saying, reality TV and stuff like that? People want drama. All of the reality shows that ain't got no drama, they get canceled. Nobody wants to watch it. People say, "Oh, that's boring." You remember they had the little reality show, the Tia and Tamara. One of them, they had a reality show. You know what I'm saying? But wasn't enough drama in it, so they it kind of fell by the wayside. You know. Hold on 1 second. Miss Spencer, we are live. We are live right now on Facebook. What's going on? How you doing? I'm on Facebook Live right now. I thought you had a comment or a question or something like that. You had something you had to say?
Oh no, I didn't know you were on live. You mean with your boy?
Huh? No, I'm
You're
on
on live with your boys? Because I was calling you about what you had posted about your boys.
No. I'm on Facebook Live right now talking about relationship stuff. I thought you was calling in with a comment.
Oh no. But
Everybody's
all I
listening
can
to
say
you.
is you can't-
Everybody listening to you, so give us a good word.
Wow. Well, look, this is by accident that I called, but I don't. Then again, I don't believe in accidents. I believe in divine intervention. And so, basically, all I would like to say about relationships is, when people talk about marriage and they talk of, when God sanctioned that the two shall become one, shall is a process. I don't even know what you all are deeply talking about in a relationship.
We were just talking about. Let me catch you up on this real quick. We were talking about Steve Harvey, Derrick Jaxn, and Kevin Samuels. Are they the prominent voices for Black relationships? And we came to the conclusion that based off of their social media content and them being on the radio and all this other stuff, they have been the prominent voices for Black relationships. And I was saying that if we feel that what they're doing is not productive and is not good and they shouldn't be the prominent voices, we have to present more voices. We have to present more content on healthy information if people actually have a problem with the information that's going forth. What are your comments on that?
Well, the thing is, with them being the forefront, and only of the names you said, maybe I missed it, but of the names you said, the only one that I know of is Steve Harvey.
Okay.
Now, to the degree of, as far as talking to them being the forefront of relationships, you have to basically look at it in terms of relationships as far as, should this be the role model person or persons that I should follow? Because in my opinion, yes, someone that has experienced more than one marriage may have something to contribute to talking about relationships, but that is a personal thing in regards to what they went through with each relationship, okay? But when you're talking about someone that's going to model the type of relationship that biblically God speaks about, you know, that one and the two shall become one. Not the two shall become this couple and another couple and another couple after that, because if this didn't work, that's going to work, you know, because the whole thing about relationships, you are who you are when you come into that relationship. Your spouse is who they are when they come into a relationship. You are trying to intermingle or mesh personalities, environments, culture, morals, you know, all these things, or you're trying to mesh together in a marriage. So when you're talking about them being the forefront of a relationship, yes, they can talk about relationships in the sense of they've gone through different relationships. They've experienced different things. But when you want to talk about them being at the forefront for actually encouraging a marriage, for someone to stay together, you understand? I don't think so. And again, I did not remember the other names that you were speaking of. Mm-hmm. But yes, experience is the best teacher. As far as them giving their information and what they experience in their marriages, if they tell the truth, not their truth, but if they tell the truth, then that, yes, everybody's, how they say, how can you have a testimony without a test? So I would never discredit them in saying that they don't have anything to contribute to a relationship, you know, but I would like to see those that have been in a relationship for 40 and 50 years to be at the forefront of a marriage, to talk about the sustaining of the marriage, and those that have followed the biblical principles regarding marriage. That's what I would like to see. You know, as I said, this was by, I guess, divine intervention. I was calling you to talk to you because I didn't know you were live, you know. But that is my comment.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Y'all give it up for Miss Natalie Spencer. Thank you so very much. I love you so very much. Thank you so very much. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah, my husband had something to say, if that's okay.
Okay. Go ahead on. T-Ran, let's go.
Mr. Jaxn, guess what? Beware the Trojan horse. The people who letting them talk, it's the devils, if you know what I'm saying.
Uh-oh.
Think about it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I'm sorry to disturb you.
Because it's a controlled environment.
So that sounds like that's some dialogue another time. I didn't mean to interrupt your show. Love you so much, and you continue doing the work that you're doing. Every conversation, everything that you talk about is, you know, very, very helpful. And the fact that you have God that's in control of your life, that's phenomenal. Amen. So you keep on doing what you're doing. Okay, Amen. Love you very much.
All right, we'll love y'all.
We're not on Facebook.
Y'all have a good one. Y'all give it up for the Spencer family. Love y'all. I guess y'all heard that. So yeah, you know, so my takeaway that I want to present to everybody is this. All right, hear me well. If you have a problem with the fact that these individuals are on the forefront and they are the prominent voices for relationships, if you believe that their information is toxic, or if their information is not correct, or if you believe any of those things, I want to encourage you to share the correct information. You get your webcam, you get your microphone, you get your sound and lights and all that other stuff, and you set up and you begin to teach the information, the correct information. You get your pad and pencil and you write the correct information and you publish the correct information. If you don't want to do that, if you're too lazy to do that, then stay off social media complaining about what these people are putting out. Give myself a hand. See, I don't complain about what them folks talking about. I used to years ago. I'm be honest with you. I used what was his name? Baisden, Michael Baisden. Michael Baisden. I used to listen to Steve Harvey years. I used to get mad whenever he used to say certain things. He used to teach certain things, and I can remember that one time years ago. Steve Harvey said, the problem is with women, they looking for a saved man. Don't be worried about whether or not he's saved. You need to just get you a man that's gonna love you. It don't matter whether he's saved or not. That was years ago, and I was in my holier than thou state when I heard him say that. So I was cooking, boy. Ooh, boy, I was mad. boy, I was mad. Ooh, boy, I was. I was like, man, what you mean? What you mean? They don't need to get no save, man. They don't need to be focused on no save, man. I was like, man. So, I was upset about that. But I can remember how I would complain about the information that he was sharing. I would complain about Michael Baisden. I would complain. And then I came to the conclusion, how I'm going to complain about what they sharing if I'm not sharing no information? See, complaining people are lazy people. Complaining people are irresponsible people. Because when you're complaining, and you're not doing anything about it, it's a problem to you because it's obvious that God put us all on this earth to solve problems. All right. Whatever angers you, those are problems that you were created to solve. It angers you because you are the answer to that problem. And until you answer that problem, you're going to just continue to be angry. You're going to continue. And the reason why you're just complaining is because you're being irresponsible. You're not taking the initiative to be the answer to the problem. So if you got a problem with the content that Kevin Samuels is putting out, what content are you putting out? And there's a lot of people that's creating content because they don't have a lot of viewers. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a lot of people following them. They are envious of Derrick Jaxn's platform. They are envious of Steve Harvey's platform. They are envious of Kevin Samuels' platform. This platform envy is real. So you got a lot of people that are angry, disappointed, all that about Kevin Samuels. In all actuality, you just envious of his platform. You mad because you don't have the same followership that he has. So if your information is so correct, if your information is so true, you keep pushing your information. You keep teaching your information. You keep giving your information. And you be the answer to the problem that you see. Real talk. Real talk. So with that being said, thank y'all so very much for tuning into the Trap Plan Radio. Listen. If you have been blessed by the Trap Plan Radio, please hit me up on the Cash App, man. You know what I'm saying? My Cash App is $LPZ Cash. That's the letter L, the letter P, the letter Z, CASH. If you got encouraged or inspired in any type of way, please send a donation through Cash App. $, the letter L, the letter P, the letter Z, CASH, LPZ Cash. Show some love to your boy. You know what I'm saying? And thank y'all so very much for coming on and listening tonight and sharing your comments and things of that nature. I am very grateful. I appreciate it. You making it happen. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Holla at your boy.